Ryan.
Hi, I'm Gina.
Hi, I'm Dakota.
Nick.
Kristen.
Ready? Okay. So Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. And that's basically saying that if you don't know anything, then you don't have opinions, and then you can't make any changes. Education is the key to helping people live their life to the fullest, because you can't live if you don't know what you're doing. Teach for America strives to give everyone an excellent opportunity in education by working to provide every child in America with an excellent education, no matter where they grow up. These are the sources that I used, and the first one is brainyquote.com, and all the rest are Teach for America sites. And the last one is a video. So, my name's Kendall Ginsberg, and I'm going to talk to you about Teach for America. I'm going to explain the history and the missions, the core values and the corps, and then its impact and growth in America and throughout the world. Have you ever thought of a great idea and decided against it because you thought it was too difficult or it was too big of a task? Thankfully, the founder of Teach for America didn't do that, or this organization wouldn't exist. She was confident in her simple idea, and now it's turned into this big organization. Her name is Wendy Kopp, and she developed this idea in 1989 in her undergraduate thesis for Princeton University. And basically the idea is that she recruits teachers, college graduates, to teach in underprivileged communities and schools for 2 years. And this is just a continual process so that every student in America, eventually every student in America, will have an excellent teacher, an excellent education, and someone who's passionate about education. So she developed this idea in 1989, and by 1990, she was able to start this organization with 500 college graduates. And now there's nearly 30 participants, and they've impacted over 3 million students. The first part of their mission is talks about a solvable problem in committed individuals, and basically the solvable problem is just saying that there is educational inequity in America and that we can fix it, and that's why this organization was created. And then the committed individuals part is that in order for this problem to be solved, they need people who are passionate and who are leaders and who can provide this excellent education to these students so that this problem can be fixed. The second part is investing in leaders and fueling a long-term impact, which basically is when they recruit the teachers, they train them and they make sure to support them before they get ready to go into the field, and they prepare them for what they're about to face and the diverse cultures that they're going to be exposed to and things like that. And the fueling long-term impact really describes, like, once you're a member, you're always a leader, and that once you've worked your 2 years, you should continue to work towards solving this problem in America even after you leave the program. This quote says, "More founders and leaders of education organizations participate and Teach for America than any other organization or program." So this is just showing that these committed individuals really do take this seriously and do other things to help education outside of the workforce. These missions are what really excite people about this movement and get people to participate and want to apply and want to join. And part of it is to target the right audience and know what kind of people you want in this organization, and that's why they've developed 5 core values that help them decide what kind of people and leaders they want to work for Teach for America. So the 5 core values are transformational change, leadership, team, diversity, and respect and humility. And basically, these are needed to define an organization so that they can choose people that they feel like have all of these qualities so that they can make the biggest difference in America in education. These are what keep the movement alive helps them decide and establish a team of diverse people who can go into the classrooms and really affect the most amount of students as possible. And the respect and humility part is really important because since you are working in low-income communities, you'll be dealing with, a bunch of different cultures of people, and you have to be respectful and know how to handle situations so that you can keep these children excited about learning and passionate about reaching their full potential. The main target group for this organization is college graduates. Basically, college seniors will apply if they're interested, and what they're applying for is to serve for 2 years in a classroom in a low-income community, sort of their choice. They get to prep 10 different regions, and then one of the regions has to be a high-need area, and hopefully the organization can place you in one of your 10. That's why you list so many, so you can try to get what you want. And once you're placed, depending on where you're placed, your salary can range from $25,000 to $50,000, and your health benefits and retirement is different per district that you serve in. And ultimately, no matter what you prep, you will be placed where there's a high need for teachers, because if everyone's prepping the same area, this organization wants to affect all of America, not just the popular regions of the U.S. Their second audience is, and this is new, is veterans. And this basically says, you serve for America, now teach for America. So now they are targeting veterans who have come home from military service and are looking for a job. And so they are employing them. And Paul Rykoff, who is the founder of Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America, said, Teach for America is giving veterans a well-deserved opportunity to transition into meaningful careers in the civilian workforce. And basically, he's just saying that he's grateful for this program because these soldiers learn a lot when they're overseas and when they're serving for our country, and they want to come back and they want to impact people's lives, and now they have the opportunity to do that with Teach for America. And the cool thing about this is that they only started it a year ago in 2012, and they already have 50 veterans serving as corps members and teaching in America. These corps members are dedicated, and this is what allows this organization to have such a large impact on America. And they improve each year because they learn from their experiences, and they really try to change so that they can make the program better and impact as many people as possible so that this program can be as effective as possible. Part of their growth is they have these growth priorities, and the first one is growing in scale and diversity, which is basically saying that they're going to continue to spread the word so that they can get as many applicants as possible, and so that they can develop a diverse group of people. Their hopes are to employ people that are of the same race and the same economic status as the students in these communities, so that they can be more relatable and that the students can feel closer to their teachers. The second one is maximizing impact on student achievement, which is basically saying that Teach for America is going to constantly support these teachers and give them the tools that they need to make the largest transformational change that they can on these students so that they can reach their full potential. The third is fostering alumni leadership, which is basically saying that once you have served your time in the program, that you really try to take Teach for America's missions and implement them into what you do, whether you become a teacher, a principal, or a district level administrator, but just to remember these missions and to constantly be working toward making a change in education. And building an enduring institution is the last growth priority, which is basically saying that this organization was meant to be sustainable and to create change for a long time until eventually they have reached their goal of providing every single student, child in America with an excellent education. An example of an alumni who has done a lot of work outside of his 2 years of service with Teach for America is Michael Johnston. He was a Mississippi Delta Corps member in 1997, and now he's a Colorado senator. He passed a bill that basically, or he created a bill that was passed that basically said every student will grow each year in Colorado, and that basically means they will grow in achievement, and that the state of Colorado will work so that every student will have this opportunity no matter their race or their economic status or where they grew up, and that they will have teachers who support this and who are really passionate about the program, because if they are not allowing their students to reach their full potential, then they will be replaced with somebody who allows all the students to grow every single year. And whenever Michael Johnston was asked who makes these laws by his students, he was confident in his answer that we, Americans, make these laws because he is really proud of what he has accomplished since Teach for America, and wants his students to know that you can make a change if you work really hard and are passionate about something. The last part of their growth is called Teach for All, which is a program that was also founded by Wendy Kopp. It's the same model as Teach for America, but it's an expanded version where they cater to countries all over the world. And right here it says Teach for All now includes 20 national organizations and more than 11,000 teachers and around 26,000 alumni worldwide. So this is something that has really become a big part of Teach for America, because it's one step further, and they have successfully successfully expanded the movement to other countries, so that now everyone is passionate about this, and they all see the educational inequity in the world and are working to make it better for all children. Because of these programs, we know that children can lead fulfilling lives even in the face of adversity, and Teach for America will continue to strive for their ultimate goal with full force. In conclusion, I hope I've answered any questions that you have about this organization called Teach for America. I've discussed the history and the missions, the core values and the corps, and their impact and growth on America and the rest of the world. And in closing, I would just like to say that remember that one woman started this with one simple idea, and that all of our ideas are important, and that if you have a passion, you should pursue it, because you never know what kind of impact it will create on America or the rest of the world.